Now, what excitement have we got here? Well, I'm going to postpone the excitement for a moment because the case is stinking rotten dirty and it's just going to get a big quick wipe. Now, I don't know what's in this, but I do know it's not a Gibson, even though it says, even though it looks like a Gibson guitar case. It isn't. I know it's not even an electric guitar. Well, I don't think it's an electric guitar. I'd just been given the guitar and asked if I could fix it or have a look at it or set it up. So let's have a look and see what it says inside it. It's a nice case, bit battered and bruised. Oh, it's a Tangelwood guitar. Let's take it out of the box. Tangelwood are nice guitars. And let's see what we got. Ooh, the action's very high. That's not a good sign on the kind of guitar with a groove cut out of it. You see the groove that's cut out of it there in the corner? That's a notorious guitar for the body sinking. But the Tangelwood, it's a semi-acoustic, so it's electric as well as acoustic. Right, go there. Right, okay, what do we got? Oh dear, let's just have a look at this neck. That action's terrible. Let me just check to see if there's any struts broke inside. Strings are rotten, dirty. It has a truss rod. Let's check the neck. Where is it? The neck. Oh, I have changed my position for I have it. Let's have a look at the neck. Neck has got a large underbow on it, but not a massive underbow, but it's got a large underbow. The strings are stinky. That what worries me might be happening in there, or it might be happening under there where that neck is sinking in. These guitars are notorious because they don't have the same strength as that. And a Tangelwood. Right, okay, we're going to get stuck into this. It's a nice looking Tangelwood with a, let me just check to see. Oh, it's got a battery in it. Let's have a look at the rest of it. Another one of these guitars where the owner forgot to take off the plastic. That happens an awful lot. That's a nice piece of guitar. That's a nice guitar all round. It's just a shame about that action and what I could do with it. So what I'm going to do is cut the strings off, which I normally do. Oh yes, look at that. There's one of the reasons why the action's so bad. Look at the thickness of that string. Okay, let's get this baby undressed. I'll speed this up and then we'll talk about how we're going to improve the action. Now, let's get the neck straight, at least. Oh dear. Oh dear. What does that mean? The neck is perfectly straight, but it had a pretty large underbow when the strings were on it. Does that mean that the truss rod is doing nothing? Is that what it means? Is the truss rod sitting in the middle doing nothing? I'm hoping that that's the case. No, the truss rod's tight. Let me just make sure I've got the right one for it. Yeah. Truss rod is hitting something, so the fact that it's perfectly straight like this. Yeah. Okay, the neck's perfectly straight, so I'll tidy up the frets. There's not much to do in the frets. I'll check them to make sure there's no. Yeah, I'll check them to make sure there's no unevenness in them. These are all a bit rocky. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a flattening down there, but not up there. My ex got her, don't know whether you can see that or not, but she got her degree, master's degree today. Hopefully you can see that. And she's all happy. She's in Malta at the moment and she got her degree. So good luck to her. Lovely. Even though she's my ex, we still are the very best of friends. Even better now, although we were never enemies. This is easy compared to getting this action right. I may have to put a post inside the guitar, but we'll see whenever I start to adjust it. Putting a post in means putting a little post in there, pushing that up, and we'll see what happens. It's not always the best successful thing, but it does help in some instances. Now I haven't cleaned that all off, but it's something I'm going to leave on. Right, now where is the, there they are. We're just tightening up these. If I get the right one. Is these. That's quite loose. The ones on the lower end strings were very loose. One of them was nearly lost. And the ones on the high end strings were all fairly tight. So let's get down to the monkey business. What do we do? Right, I'm going to pause the camera, tidy up, and I'll come back to you. Now there's only so many things you can do for a guitar that has bad action. You can slice the neck off and do a neck job. There's several ways to do that. None of them I like because it's an awful job. It has to be a lot of work done to it to get it right. The other is to lower the saddle, which is very crooked. The saddle's very crooked, so I'll have to look at how the action's very high there, low there, but it's almost right down to the base of the bridge, so you can't go any lower, and this is almost as low as it can go as well. So I'm going to put on two strings at the moment, E's, two E's, the low and the high, put it on just to see where we are, and then do some playing about with, I wonder, maybe I might put all the strings on and see where we are. Alright, okay, I'll pause. Well, that's the strings on, the new strings, but not tightened or not tuned. They're only on, and they might come off again because I think I may have some wiggle room with this saddle, and I may have some wiggle room with the bridge up here. They give some action, but I want to bring it up to tune now to see where we are with the underbow. Right, well the underbow's gone now. I did a couple of twists of the truss rod nut, so that must have, the truss rod mustn't have been doing anything. It must have been sitting sort of in the middle of no wood, so when the strings went down, the neck went down. So I put a little bit of tension on it by doing a couple of turns, and that's kept it straight, which is okay, which is great, but it's still not great on the action, as you can see down there. But I'm going to start, but I'm going to look at the other strings. The E strings, not great. No, but I can bring it down at the head a little bit, but I can bring the saddle down more. So I'm going to bring the saddle down first and see where we are with that. So undoing the strings, here we go. And here we go. But I'm hoping to cheat. I'm hoping to be able to pull that out without having to take the strings off. Looking promising, looking promising. Right, and as I say, if you look at that there, that's been badly shaved in one direction only. So I'm going to get my little Ernie shaver out. Boxing reference there, just in case anybody's not into boxing. Right, that's brought it down considerably. So we'll see what that does for us. In the way of the next part of anything I can bring down will be up at the nut. Well, that's much better there. Still not, well, it's okay. Do I want to bring those down? Yes, I can bring those all down a bit. Right, I got a feeling that's all it's going to get. Yeah. And I'm going to bring it right up to proper tune and see what it's like, test the neck again and see what we got. Yeah, neck is straight, but I'm delighted to say that little tweak of the truss rod did a wonderful job. Now let me just check to see if we've got any buzzing anywhere. Yeah. So I'm happy with that now, and I think the action's much better. That truss rod helped everything. Thank goodness, that means it's not a major job. So I'm going to tune this up, play a couple of chords on it, and end that. All right? There you are. That's attack. I mean, not much done to it. It only had a problem with a large string height. Tuning pegs were loose. Nut had to be brought down. Frets had to be polished. Truss rod had to be tightened up, and the saddle had to be brought down. That's quite a bit, really, but it's not bad. It's a lovely guitar. not much to play on this. Of course, my favorite chord will sound like good on this. Lovely gentle sound on this guitar. Okay, time for it to go back to Daddy. Bye-bye, Tangelwood guitar. Bye-bye.